Hi, today I'm going to show you how to create Ursula, baby Ursula on your rainbow loom, or you can choose any color. Today I'm going to repeat the purple, and you need your rainbow loom set up in the staggered configuration. You will need your hook, 2 pony beads, little ones. There's 2 sizes. This is the smaller one, or you can just use 2 black bands for the eyes. That's okay. You're going to need white bands for her hair. You will need 42, and this is not exact, this is just a roundabout, 42 purple for her face and arms. And for her tentacles, it's a different purple. It's metallic. I found these at AC Moore. They have a rounder feel to them, and I'm not too crazy about them for looping a doll because they do tear, but I think they make great tentacles. And for her tentacles, I only made 6. I am aware that an octopus has 8, hence octopus, but I only put 6 because it makes it easier to loop for you guys. If you want to add 2 more, you can. As far as if you're doing 6 just like me, then these type of purple, you're going to need about 36 of them, and you will need about 62 black. So 62 black, 42 purple. If you use a different shade of purple for her tentacles, that's 36 of those, and 2 pony beads in 2 black ones. And you will also need a color for her necklace, and I use the same type of band that I use for her tentacle, but I use it in gold, and then whatever color you want for her bow. So let's get started. Gather your supplies and then we will begin. I'm going to show you how to make her tentacle. It's the same as my octopus tutorial, but I'll show you again. I already made 4, so I'm going to make 2 with you. And again, like I said, I know they have 8, but I'm only making 6. The first step is you're going to be grabbing black bands, and you're going to go down. It's a single black band, and you're going to go down 6 times. And you can do that for all 3 rows. And these are single, not doubled. And then you are going to grab your color that you want the tentacle to be, and mine is going to be purple, and you're going to wrap it around each peg twice. Now, if you do not have these type of bands, this is what I wanted to tell you. Because these are very bubbly and they're thick, I only need to use 1 band. If you're using a regular rubber band and wrapping around, you want to use 2. So say I was using just a regular purple, I'm going to wrap 1 around twice, and then I'm wrapping another around twice. And it will look a lot nicer when it's time to loop. But if you have the same bubble bands as me, I call them bubble bands, then just use 1. So we're doing this all the way, and we're skipping the first one. You do not put a purple band on the top. So you did every single one except for the top one. And the same on here. So we started, the bottom, wherever you want to start. And these bands I picked up at AC Moore, and they had a sale for 4 bags for $5, and they come with 150 in a pack of, I think, of these, or 100. And then the last one. And then you're going to take your hook and push back that purple band and just grab the black one and bring it forward. And just continue to do that. Make sure you push back the tentacles, grab the bottom black band and bring it forward. And if you're using 4 bands, because your bands are thinner, you make sure that you push all of them back. And then you can pull it off, and there's one of her tentacles. And it's the same, and I'm placing them on the bottom of my loom because we are not going to need the bottom anyway. So you can do the same. This one I'm looping fast. And so this is what you need to do, and you need to make however many you want. You want 6 or you want 8. And then you place them on the bottom of your loom, and then we are ready for the next step. So the next step is we're going to do her face, and we're going to start with her hair. You're going to grab 2 white bands and place it from here to here, and then from here to here. And then we are going to grab 2 more and place it here, and another 2 here. Now we are switching to purple bands. So I put 1 here. It's 2 actually. We're using 2 for the rest of the way. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. 1 set, but it is 2 bands. And then in the middle of her face, it's all purple. Now we create her neck. So this is what you should have so far. Now we're creating her shoulder. Again, using 2 bands, go down. In the middle, go down 2. Go down 1. And over here. Now we're going to switch back to black. And you're going to go from the middle, again, from the middle to the outer peg. So this is what yours should look like so far. And then take 2 again. Put 1 here, and then a set over here. So there's 3 here, 3 here. And on the 4th one, let's go down the middle first. So you should have went down 3, 3, and 3. And then we're turning in on this peg. We're putting the band from the middle to the outer peg, again from the middle to the outer. To use the middle of my loom, so if you have tentacles here, just push them to the side like I did. I should have showed you in the beginning, but it's okay. You're going to start from this peg. It's okay that there's bands on it. We don't need to worry about that. And put 2 bands from here to here, and then repeat that all the way down. And this is going to be one of her arms. So it's 2 bands. I'm going to go down 4 times. And then wrap a single band around the last peg 4 times. And then loop that. You take your hook, push back the capping, grab the bottom 2, and bring that forward. You just keep grabbing those bands and bring them forward. And then take your hook, pull it off, and you can place one of her arms on this peg right here. So it goes right there. And then repeat the same process using double bands and go down the loom to the end. And then take a single purple and wrap it around that peg 4 times. Pull back those capping bands and just bring all the bands forward. And then you place her other arm on here. Now we can start to place her tentacles. So take your hook and grab one of the tentacles, or even 2, because we're going to place, I'm placing 2 per peg, but again, if you're using 8, you can do 3, 3, and then 2. So I'm going to place 2 on this one, and then I am placing, and this one just fell apart. Placing 2 on this peg. So this is what I did. 2 here, 2 here, and then I'm going to place 2 here. In the middle. And then I'm going to place her eye. And what I did is I threaded 2 pony beads onto a single band. Again, if you don't have that, what you'll do is I used a band that has more of a rounding shape to it. And then you take your hook and you wrap that around 4 times, that band. Again, take the other band and wrap it around your hook 4 times. And thread that onto a single purple band and just pull them over. And then this would be your eyes. But for today I'm using pony beads. So you take your eyes and you're placing it from here to here. Separate it. If you're using bands, make sure you separate them as well. And then grab the top band and bring it to the peg above. The bottom one can hang on the bottom and the top one is over this peg. And that's on the second peg you're placing the eye. And then you're going to grab a single purple band and place a triangle band from here to here. And now we're going to make the triangle bands on her dress. Take a single black and place it from here to here. Another single black from here to here. And the last single black from here to here. And that's it. We place 1, 2, 3, 1 on her face, and then her one on then we place her eyes. As far as her hair, we're going to add that as we loop. And now we can begin to loop. You're going to get your hook and you're going to reach in this peg and you're aiming for these 2 top bands. There's a bottom set and then there's this set. So pull the tentacles a little bit and see how I pulled mine. Then I'm able to see these top 2. Make sure you're just grabbing 2. Okay, I grabbed the 2, and once you have them, bring them to this middle peg. And then we're going to do the same thing, move the tentacles out of the way. That's why I only do 6, because they get annoying. pull these a little and aim for these top two black bands. And once you have that, you are putting that on that middle peg right there. Then you can reach back into the same peg and grab the bottom two and bring that forward. Again, reach back into this one, pull in the tentacles a little, grab the bottom two, and bring that forward. Now let's not forget the middle. Pull on the tentacles a little, and this one's going to be tricky. And you're aiming for the bottom two black bands. So push back every band, every single band, except, and see how you can see my bottom two bands? You're grabbing those bottom two, make sure it's the same one. If you pull on it, you should see this pull as well. If you're pulling on something else, you have snagged something else. Now reach in here and you're pushing this triangle band right here back. So push that away, grab the bottom two black, and bring that forward. This one is easy because there's no band in the middle. Bring those two bands forward. Reach here, push back that triangle band, grab the bottom two black, and bring that forward. Same here, push back this band, grab the two black bands, and bring that forward. Bring these forward, and pushing that black band away again, and bring those forward. Over here, we're going to reach in and we're grabbing these two black bands. So there's two purple bands, and then there is these two black bands right here. And we're going to be bringing that to the middle peg. So I'm reaching in, and you can see I'm only grabbing the top, the first two bands, and bringing that to the middle. Again here. And again, avoid that triangle band. Push that back. Grab the two black bands. Bring it to the middle peg. Now we're re-entering this peg again and grabbing the two purple bands and bringing that forward. And just push everything down so it doesn't pop off. Reach in here again. Grab the two purple and bring that forward, reaching back into this peg. Push everything behind you and just grab the two purple bands and bring that forward. Now reach in here where the arm is and you're grabbing just the bottom two purple bands and bringing that to the middle peg. Reach here, push back the arm bands, and only grab the bottom two purple bands and bring that to the middle. Now reach into the neck area, push back all the bands, and reach for the bottom two purple and bring that up. If it's tight here, take your hook and make a circle around the peg, and it releases the tension. For this one, you're grabbing the very top two bands. Make sure you're only grabbing two. I have two, and I'm bringing it to the middle. And then the next top two. And mine go to the right, and then finally the last go to the left. This is where we're going to add hair. So you can push back all these bands like this, grab the bottom two, leave it on your hook like that, and now grab three you can do 3 or 4 depending on how thick you want her hair. 3 white bands and place it on this peg, and then loop the purple to that peg, and that's how you are able to add that hair. Now reach in here and push back this eye band. It's right here, that purple band. Grab the bottom two, hold these down, grab the bottom 2 bands, leave it on your hook, grab 3 more bands and place it on this peg. and you can hold it down with your finger. Then take your hook with the bands that are on your hook, place it on that peg. What we're going to do is, before we finish, I want to loop the middle. Take your hook, loop these two bands to the peg above, and then again those two bands to the peg above. Now we can finish this side. Grab another 3 bands, place it on here, hold it. You're going to reach in here and grab the bottom 2 bands, bring them up and on this peg. And now we're doing this side. Take your hook, reach in only for the bottom 2 purple bands, leave it on your hook, and go grab 3 more white bands. And place it on here. You can hold it with your finger to keep it out of the way, and loop these on this peg. Now push back that eye band. There should be a thin purple band here. You need to push that out of the way, and then grab the 2 white bands, leave it on your hook, and another 3 bands. Again, if you're good at this, you can add 3, 4, 5 bands for the hair. It doesn't matter. And then loop that forward. Now we're reaching in here again, and we're grabbing 2 bands. Make sure you have 2 bands on your hook, and we're looping to that peg, and that's it. Then you're going to take your hook, place it through all these bands, grab yourself another white band, pull it through, and what I do is actually remove it for a second. Let me show you something else. Grab the hair and make sure it's up. Now take your hook, place it through all those bands, grab the single, and you want to make sure that you make the slip knot through the hair. These are the 3 hairs that we added, so take your hook, go through them, grab the other band, pull it through, and then you can make the slip knot. Otherwise the slip knot's going to be over the hair. You don't want that. And now we can remove her from our loom, and I'm going to use the back of my hook, and I go peg by peg. That way I don't stretch the bands more than they need to be. This is baby Ursula. Off of your loom, you can fix her hair. If you want to leave her hair like this, you can. It looks really cute just like this. If you want her hair to look like this, I will show you how I do that. You're going to need another single white band, and you're going to grab her hair. Let's see what side I like. Doesn't matter. You can figure out which side you like better. And you're going to grab her hair. Figure out which band is the one that you did the slip knot and hide it in the back, because that one, we don't need that one right now. Take your hook and place it through the first 3. And then rather than go through the second 3, you're going to go through the second 3 backwards. So front, backwards, front, backwards, front. And that's how you're able to grab all her hair in an even direction. And then take a single band and you're threading that through all the way through, and then you're creating a slip knot. And then see how this is in the front? It's annoying. You can just pull it and adjust some of the bands, and that's how her hair is able to stick up like that. Again, you can leave it without it. And then as far as that loop, I just thread it back through her hair a couple times. You do want to make sure that loop does not come undone, because if it does, then your doll comes undone. Her hair, actually. And then that is how she has that poofy hair like that. As far as the bow, I take 2 bands, and again they're the bubble type, the one that I use for her tentacles, and I place them on my loom, and then I grab any color band I want, and so these are 2, and I take the band and I go underneath the 2 bands, and then I make a slip knot, and that creates a type of bow. And then I just go through her hair somewhere in the back, pull it through, and I make the part that I tie the bow with in white so that it just matches her hair and just doesn't stand out. And you can just continue to loop that through her hair and hide it, or you can tie it into a knot somewhere, and that is how you create her bow. As far as her necklace, let's do that now. Let me grab the gold band. And again, the gold band is the same type as her tentacle and her bow. And you're going to need 3 black bands. So 1 gold or yellow, you can use a yellow band, and 3 black bands. Take your hook, wrap the gold band or yellow around your hook 4 times, and thread those onto 2 black bands. And this is where you need 2 S-clips for this project. You're not going to need S-clips, 2 S-clips in the back permanently. It's just for the time being. And you're going to do is, see how there's 2 loops? You're going to S-clip only this one and this one. Just like that. And then you're going to take your hook, put it through here so it doesn't come out, and you're going to make a knot on this one. So take this one and thread it through here and then make a little knot. So pull it within itself as a hair, and then you're going to do that. You made a slip knot. So now this is what your necklace should look like. It's confusing, but it works out in the end. So now grab the other S-clip and hook that corner and place that around your dolly. The long strings. You're taking the 2 long black ones and you're S-clipping them to the back of her like that. And now this is the other part. You're going to take your hook and go through, let's see where I went through, somewhere around here. Depends on how low you want her necklace. If you want it like right here, then you can grab your hook and go through here. And you're going to grab the first set of black bands. Once you have it and you know it's secure, you can remove just one from the S-clip. See? I have one still secured and the other one on my hook, and I'm pulling that through. And then I'm going to go re-enter through the back, come out the front, And I'm going to grab the other set. And then once I know that that's secured onto my hook, I'm going to remove it from the S-clip. And then we're pulling that through. And we can borrow this S-clip. Tired of saying S-clip. And place both of those hooks, both of those bands. I'm going to remove this hook. And I place both of those bands onto the clip. So we borrowed, it's just one, looks like a cute little charm, but it's just, she's borrowing the top and the bottom, and that way we only need one. And that's how you make her little necklace that she steals Ariel's voice from. And that's how you make your baby Ursula. And if you watch the tutorial and do different colors, you can do her hair and her colors like this. I use the lime green from AC Moore, and it's the same thing, the bubble. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you for watching, and if you liked it, please subscribe.